The sirens of history are screaming again. This time, their echo carries the shadow of a mushroom cloud. In 2025, the unthinkable is no longer impossible. Vladimir Putin's words have the world on edge. One man's decision could ignite a nuclear inferno. From inside the Kremlin, Putin sharpens his rhetoric like a weapon. He warns Russia will respond with all means necessary. In the nuclear world, that is both a promise and a threat. Since invading Ukraine, Moscow's ties with the West have collapsed. Each side now plays a deadly game of brinkmanship. One wrong move could trigger global annihilation. Russian state TV shows chilling nuclear strike simulations. European capitals are the targets. Military drills rehearse tactical nuclear deployment. NATO's eastern borders feel the heat. The message is clear. Russia's nukes are not Cold War relics. They are ready, modern, and deadly. In Washington, London, and Brussels, alarms are ringing. Is Putin bluffing, or is this a real prelude to disaster? Russian submarines patrol dangerously close to NATO waters. Their missile tubes could erase cities in minutes. In the Arctic, Russian bombers fly near North America. Testing the West's reaction times. Geography offers no safety in the nuclear age. Putin's nuclear psychology is a weapon in itself. Fear is his greatest strategic asset. The world is unsure if his threats are a game or a countdown. Moscow has withdrawn from key nuclear arms treaties. Decades of safeguards are gone. A new arms race has begun. Hypersonic missiles now blur the line between conventional and nuclear war. In Ukraine, the conflict grinds on like a ticking bomb. Each escalation pushes the world closer to the edge. A demonstration strike is no longer unthinkable. The idea is horrifying and unprecedented. China watches closely from the sidelines. North Korea seizes the moment to make its own nuclear threats. Iran edges closer to nuclear capability. Israel quietly prepares for the worst. The nuclear chessboard is more crowded than ever. Trust between nations is collapsing. Cyber warfare adds an invisible danger. Hackers could trigger false nuclear alarms. Or worse, unauthorized launches. History has already given us close calls. In 1983, a single Soviet officer prevented disaster. In the Cuban Missile Crisis, a misread intention almost started World War III. Today, AI-driven military systems remove hesitation. Machines could retaliate before humans even react. Inside Russia, propaganda paints the West as the aggressor. The public is conditioned to accept nuclear war as defense. NATO runs simulations for nuclear strike response. Leaders talk restraint, but prepare for the worst. Nuclear deterrence depends on rational decisions, but pressure makes rationality vanish. The margin for error has never been smaller. Global markets sense the danger. Gold prices surge. Oil futures spike. Investors watch headlines with white knuckles. The doomsday clock is now at 90 seconds to midnight, the closest to Armageddon in human history. Climate scientists warn of nuclear winter. Even a limited strike could freeze the planet. Crops would fail. Billions could starve. Yet some voices still push for diplomacy. Back-channel talks could save us, but they are drowned out by the roar of war drills. Political speeches feed the fire. Weapons factories work overtime. The march toward confrontation continues. As 2025 unfolds, the question grows louder. Is Putin bluffing? Or are we watching history's deadliest countdown? The shocking truth. We may not know until it's too late, until the sirens wail, until the skies burn, until cities vanish in blinding light. And the world realizes there is no going back. This is not Cold War theater. This is 21st century brinkmanship with 20th century weapons. The stakes are no longer just Europe. They are global. A single launch could trigger dozens more. And the chain reaction could end civilization. Every nuclear state is watching the others, waiting, calculating, and fearing the first move. But fear can drive mistakes. Mistakes can start wars, and wars can end the world. Humanity's survival now hangs on restraint, on sanity, on decisions made in moments of crisis. The problem? Moments of crisis are already here, and the clock keeps ticking. Every second counts, because if this threat becomes reality, there will be no second chance.